To tell you a little bit about GPS. Charles?
All right, you've heard this speech before. We are a bunch of people who are dangerously bored.
Oh, and coincidentally, we have Dangerous When Bored t-shirts available in merchandise. Sorry.
How
convenient.
All right, yes, we're dangerous when bored. So, we rented space. We run programs. We have clubs. But the most important thing we do in a lot of ways is we motivate people with our charity work. And some of that we're going to talk about tonight. We send kids to space camp. Okay? They don't send me to space camp. Although there was some talk about a one-way ticket. What was that about, Danielle?
Nothing. Never mind.
Right, I love you too. Okay. But first, Danielle's going to talk about a writing contest because, writing is core to where a lot of the stuff we're into comes from. So let's motivate some young writers, some new writers. And the contest is open for kids between...
it's all ages, actually. We have categories for all ages.
We let grown-ups write?
We do. And we reward them for it. This year, we have 5 winners to announce. In the Youth 1 category, Cleo Thayer of Albany, New York, with The 100 Lives I've Taken. In the Youth 2 category, Justin Scheck of Edgerton, Kansas, with Martian Melody. With the Scott Imes Award, Melody Sage of Duluth, Minnesota, with The Graces. In the Open Division, Mackenzie Gunther of Toledo, Ohio, with Mom. And the Poetry Award winner, Kieran McHale of Yellowknife, Northwest Territories in Canada, with Monsters.
So we're getting entries from all over North America for a writing contest here.
That's correct. We have a lot of entrants every year.
And how many of you have entered? Oh, I
you
don't
were
think.
Awesome.
Oh, I don't think so. All right, more please. Always more. Now, about that space camp thing.
Pretty impressive.
How do I go? How do I get to go? What do I do?
I'm sorry to break this to you, Charles, but you can't go.
Why?
Because we only accept kids ages 10 to 14.
I'll shave the beard. Did you go to space camp? Yeah.
However, we are looking into sending adults. If we get enough people interested, we might be able to do it. Email me.
So, contact us. Where do they contact us?
Go to our website. Oops, sorry. Go to our website.
Talk with the other hand. Talk to one hand with the other hand. Okay, so how do they wait? It's an essay of some sort,
right? It is
right?
an essay.
Okay.
Go to our website, geekpartnership.org/spacecamp, and we will be accepting essays again starting November 1st.
That's exciting. Okay, so
yep.
Who won? Do we know who the winners are already?
Yes, I'm ready to announce the winners. Will you stand over there and help them up the stairs? It's really dark in here.
Where are the stairs? Where are the stairs? Ah! Okay, fine.
If you guys will come up when I call you, Piper Klein and Gunther Laughlin. Everyone, I can't begin to tell you how proud we are of these 2 students. Their essays were wonderful, and something that actually touched us really a lot is that they both mentioned how much they've learned from their parents and grandparents about astronomy and NASA in general, and I think that that's really an important message too, is how much we have learned from past generations regarding fandom and our interest in science, and how much we can pass on to the next generation. And at GPS, we really encourage that. We want to pass that on to the next generation, our love of science.
I want to thank both of you for entering, winning, and go have a blast. Learn a lot. Thank you both. All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. We will see you in room 110. We'll talk to you later.
The Mark Time Award is given each year to honor the best science fiction audio production on the planet, and the Ogle Award for Best Fantasy Audio Production of the Year. Now, for a good long time now, CONvergence has been honored to host this presentation of these awards, which is why we're sad to announce that this is going to be the last year CONvergence will play host to this prestigious event. Our local organizer, Jerry Stearns, has announced his retirement, and the awards will be moving back west to their original home in California. So please welcome Jerry Stearns to present the Mark Time and the Ogle Awards. Yep, there you go.
You have a song piece for that one? Thank you. This is the 17th annual Mark Time Awards. I think it's the 16th Ogle. We started that when we got so many fantasy stories for a science fiction award. We had to make a new award. It is interesting this year that with the theme for the convention honoring urban fantasy, that not a single one of the winners is anything like urban fantasy. So we will begin with the Silver Ogle Award. It's called The Perhapanauts, Monsters Among Us, from the Audio Comics Company, producers William DeFries, Lance Roger Axt, and Elaine Lee.
I thought it was huge and ugly and huge!
Molly, did it resemble anything we've encountered before?
Nothing I've ever seen, but I made sure I got a really good look at it like you taught us, Big, so that I'd give a good description. So, here goes. It was humanoid in shape. Like about 9 feet tall, though it was crouching down, so that was hard to see. Big, muscular, a long, horse-like face with glowing red eyes and horns, I want to say kind of like a goat, but they were more like, remember that movie Legend where Tom Cruise was like an elf or something? And that Rocky Horror guy was the devil, but I mean a real evil, nasty-looking devil, and he had these huge horns that went up and they went like this, like that.
Okay, Mom, what was it?
I'm on a cracker! And a tail! Big, I forgot the tail!
We love to have the winners of these awards attend to the convention, but Lance Roger Axt, who would have come here, moved a week ago from California to upstate Washington. So he was kind of busy. The Silver Mark Time Award is Alone in the Night from Electric Vicuna Productions, Halifax, Nova Scotia, written and produced by Jack Ward.
Zenith. Start log recording. Detection Outpost FS 13279, Comm Officer Adrian Delasco reporting. It's now 14 days since the last transmission from the battlecruiser Hercules. Comm Officer Balin Jobar said the vessel would be out of range, but if he's right about a virus, I've set all the power I can from the fusion reactor to scan for any signals. Normally the outpost is set to scan empty space beyond, but using my standard issue vac suit, I've repositioned the wave dishes towards known space. I've not received a single sound from known space. Any message from anyone right now would be welcome.
Jack Ward was unable to attend tonight because he's on the second leg of his honeymoon. Yeah. The Gold Ogle Award goes to the legend of Spring-Heeled Jack, Wireless Theatre Company, London, England, producers Robert Valentine, Gareth Parker, and Mariel Runacre Temple.
Suddenly before us were two spring-heeled jacks. The first, a bouncing, cackling, masked madman, a punchinello with a flaming torch. And the second, a looming devil incarnate, wreathed in St. Elmo's fire. As the crowd stood, frozen in momentary horror, the devil and the punchinello stood their ground. The two most fearsome giants to set foot in the city of London since Gog and Magog. Miss! Get back!
I want to see him!
Get back!
I want to see him!
Unlike the lovely Lizzie, I stood transfixed as the huge devil advanced.
Lizzie, run! Which one of them was it? Which one killed Maria? Get out of here before you get cooked! Get away from the box, that's what they're after!
And then the giant sprang to the stage and made for the box.
Robert Valentine and Gareth Parker 3 days ago returned from a radio conference in Romania and are still jet lagged. Mark Time, the character, was invented by the Firesign Theater around 1970. Kind of a throwaway thing that has taken on a huge life of its own. I'd like to bring up tonight the creator and Mark Time himself, David Osman of the Firesign Theater. The Gold Mark Time Award goes to The Truth, Biological Clock, from The Truth, New York City, written by Ira Gamerman, produced by Jonathan Mitchell, who is here. Levy, come on up.
Congratulations. There it is. Let's pose for the photograph. That's the big part. You got to be out here. Congratulations.
Yeah, you can go sit down now. You know, no speech is necessary or desirable.
Okay, I've got some more.
Okay.
I've got some more because this is our 17th and final production here. We have, there are so many people to thank, and the principal people who need to be thanked are here in the audience, here on stage, and where are you down there? Jerry's here, Brian Price. There he is. Jerry Stearns and Brian Price. Jerry has made this show possible. They have written every broadcast for 17 years, directed them, produced them, and we are awarding the Grand Master Mark Time Award to Brian Price. You guys, and to Chris and Brian and Tony, Richard, Tim and Wendy, and all of the actors who have appeared over the years in this show. It has been one of my great pleasures to come here and perform. This is like being an old radio actor back in the 50s or the 40s to come and do these wonderful scripts for you. And just like to say that Mark, you perhaps have seen this logo over and over. This logo was by Bill Stout, the cartoonist Bill Stout, and he has lent it to us all of these years, and just a little something to applaud. One of the great fantasy artists, Bill Stout. And I have so enjoyed spending time with Connie. We have a little thing going on, as you may have noticed. And so maybe we'll just get together on that.
Don't tell anyone about that.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming all these years and supporting this radio show and supporting the revival of audio art, which is now available on your blogs, on your phones, on your watches. It's everywhere. And when we started, it was nowhere. And you have to thank these guys and this wonderful institution for bringing it back worldwide. Thank you.
I have been told that if you like these t-shirts, there are some available out there that they would love for you to come and pick up. And I don't know how they got there. You just go pick them up. Thank you.
Okay, let's try that again. Thank you. That long scarf let's not talk about it. Good evening, I'm Ishmael Williams, Director of Hospitality. And welcome to the Doubletree 2014, where we've held CONvergence for 15 of our 16 years. I can't believe I've gone this long and she hasn't said a word.
I was about to say something about your vest. It's fancy. You should go into masquerade with that.
Thank you.
You'd win.
Thank you, Connie.
You're welcome.
The first thing I want to let everybody know is that when you are leaving this weekend, you want to be sure to register for CONvergence 2015. And when you do, part of the registration process will be our room lottery.
What?
As part of the registration process, you'll be able to select the room type, or put in for the room type, hotel that you would like to be in. In January, we will conduct the entire lottery and we will let people know where it is they're going to be staying. We want to wish you all a lot of luck.
Can we stay at your house, Ishmael?
I'm sorry, yes.
Can we stay at your house? That would be first prize.
You know, that's not a bad idea, because then I'd have this whole building to myself.
Wow, 7,000 people in your house. You better have a lot of toilet paper.
I'm still not seeing a downside here. And I just want to point out, for entering the room lottery, knowing Connie will not do you any good.
No.
On a more serious note,
Yes, we're all waiting. It's a good dramatic pause.
Yeah, thank you. On a more serious note, I do have a few words that I do need to share at this time. I am Sam. Sam, I am. I showed you the glory of green eggs and ham. But now to Con, I am to take you with some suggestions, but just a few. Will you use tape to post on the wall? Will you use tape so they won't fall? Will you use tape which painters call the painter's tape of blue? Into your room there comes a team. Into your room, often unseen. Into your room they come to clean. They dust, make beds, and do not rip. Unseen they leave. So you, please tip.
Will you shower? So others can cope? Will you shower as does the Pope? Will you shower and then use soap? 'Cause, damn. Of the hotel, will you take care? Of the hotel, bring not a bear. To this hotel you must be fair. I say it soft, I do not yell. Please, oh please, don't break the hotel.
Bingo! Bingo! I got a bingo! Oh, I have a bingo! I knew I could count on you, Ish.
And Connie wins the first room in my house.
I just won opening ceremonies bingo. See, I thought it would be harder, but who knew Lexi could play the bagpipes? Ishmael, can you please verify? I'm going to show you my bingo card.
I can do it, Connie. Thanks, Ish.
Nobody tells me anything.
Ah. It's Chris Jones. I didn't see you back there in the dark.
Yeah,
It's so quiet and way creepy.
it's a hobby. Let's
What are you
verify your bingo win, Connie. Go!
Okay. I've got Ishmael saying, don't break the hotel. Trust me. I've got a bingo card.
All right, yes, got
There
it.
it is.
Check.
Okay, and I've got a Doctor Who reference.
Yep.
And Lexi's backstage bagpipes.
We couldn't hear it out from here, but I'll take your word for it. Yes.
Oh, that was Lexi's backstage bagpipes.
Yeah, no, but we couldn't hear them. She needs to play louder next time. But I'll take
I
your
thought
word
you
for
couldn't
it.
hear
Check.
me.
Go.
And the merchandise plug.
Yeah, check.
And my sister complaining about Consuite again.
That's a bingo.
Ooh, what do I win? What do I win?
Well, actually, Connie, you were the only one playing this game of bingo.
Uh-huh.
And what you win is something we have been planning for a little while.
Ooh.
Connie. There we go. Hi, Connie.
Hi.
So, you came online July 4th, 1998, the year before the first CONvergence.
Oh, I know. Every year I have the best birthday party in the world.
That's true. But with all the things going on with CONvergence and all the activities and all the people, we decided that, we wanted to do something special so that we didn't forget about the birthday this year. So this is CONvergence 16th year. You know what that makes it? This is your Sweet 16, Connie.
Oh my gosh, I'm so surprised. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? Oh, God. That's exciting.
Now, for a present, we wanted to make sure, the board wanted to commission something very specific.
Am I pretty?
And that wasn't it.
I feel pretty.
But we did. We commissioned something very special for you.
Is it a pony?
No.
Huh.
No,
Is it a TARDIS-themed bouncy castle?
No.
Is it 5 days?
No. It's better, Connie.
What could possibly be better than 5 days?
For CONvergence 16, we now have a theme song.
Oh, that is amazing. Oh, can I hear it? Oh, I can't see anymore.
You can hear it, but you might not be able to see it.
I'm Geordie.
That's it. That's for you, Connie.
Oh, thank you. What you doing there? That's kind of rude. There.
I'm sorry, I was just demonstrating that you can actually download that song as a ringtone from the CONvergence website.
What?
On your phone or anything else that you
I'll have to download that ringtone too.
Do you even have a phone?
What do you think the antenna is for? I'm my own freaking mobile cellular tower.
All right, wait. Connie,
Yeah?
it's not all. You know, what is a birthday? A birthday just isn't a birthday without a birthday party. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. in ConSuite, we're going to have a Sweet 16 birthday party. There's going to be cake, special activities, surprises. Everyone's invited. And, you know, it's not just for Connie, everyone. It's for all of Connie's friends. That's everyone. All of you. Everyone is, I'm expecting you to all to be there. 3 p.m. ConSuite tomorrow, Friday. Yeah. Well, I see everybody there. We're going to make this a blowout. And we're going to celebrate.
An actual birthday party?
That's right.
For me?
That's right.
At Con? It's a party inside a party. It's party inception. I must have a new dress. Oh gosh, that's 18 costumes now. I really gotta go.
That's it. And like I say, everyone's invited, so we want to make sure to get everybody there, make it a special deal for Connie. Again, 3 p.m. And Oh no, not a chance, not again. No, wait, she's your problem. I've dealt with her before. You started with her, you deal with her, I'm out of here.
Okay, Mark II, isn't this exciting? I love a party.
Yeah, that's right. You're new. Naturally, I'm completely delighted to be working my cogs to the bone on a party for my beloved big sister's birthday blowout as part of my community service. What's not to like?
You know, actually, that's a great segue, Connie.
What did you just call me?
I meant to say, Connie Mark II, you interrupted my dramatic pause. But you brought up community service, and we wanted to stop for a moment and just talk about how great the community here at CONvergence is.
Oh yeah, 7,000 meat babies crammed into one hotel, and they all think they're special snowflakes, deserving their own private elevator.
What makes CONvergence special is that no matter how big the convention gets, we're all still a family.
You do not want to get me started on family right now.
We work together to make sure that CONvergence is great for everyone. Now that means we treat the hotel with respect, we treat each other with respect, and we help out where we can. Of course, I'm talking about volunteering.
You know what I get for volunteering in ConSuite? Volunteer hours. And you know what I get with my volunteer hours? A t-shirt with a picture of my sister on it.
You can find out all about volunteering, what jobs need doing, what rewards you can earn at the volunteers table just outside of CONvergence Central. Now, if everyone in this room alone volunteered just 1 hour...
Oh, yes. Come work for me in ConSuite. It'll be fun.
Didn't anybody ever tell you it's rude to interrupt?
My mother told me that.
You didn't have a mother.
And thanks for bringing up such a painful subject. Oh, you're on a roll today, Kelleturd. Do you want to be on my list? I could put you on my list. You really do not want to be on my list. You know, my Sweet 16 is next year. I'm sure I will get every bit the same amount of affection and respect has been showered on my sensational senior sibling. Just be aware of how high you're setting that bar, because you'd better clear it next year.
Okay. Well, that was a fine example of exactly the kind of giving, helpful, considerate spirit that we all want to bring to CONvergence.
Guess what, Rob?
Not.
Guess what? We're gonna go into the most exciting part. Are you ready? Do the
I thought we
fun
already
stuff
had the most exciting
about
part.
going
what
right
are we doing?
into the interviews with our guests.
All right.
It's time. Okay. Oh, crap. I've got to get ready.
Well,
Yeah, we're changing things up, Rob.
I
Even
guess
though you're brand new, we got to keep you on your toes.
We've come to this point. I'm just going to, let's see, throw this one out. Introduce the theme, the board, plug the merchandise, imitate Scrimshaw. Okay. We've long believed that our fabulous guests deserve the red carpet treatment. So this year, we're going to make that a reality. And we'd like to welcome our guests to the stage, but we felt that it lacked something, so we're going to bring up a bit more panache for guests of this stature. We're going to make this interesting. I'm also going to get a wireless mic at some point, I'm told. Yeah. All right, so I guess we could bring the guest to the stage. All right, you know what we need? We need official photographers to bring the guests to the stage. Do we have maybe a paparazzi somewhere who could take some pictures? All right, great. This is perfect. Now, guests, go ahead and come on up one at a time. So we're getting the guests in place, the mood is being set, expectations are high, but we're setting the bar pretty low. It's time for Cocktails with Connie. Starring our metallic mascot, the hostess with the mostest, Connie. All right, well, let's introduce our guests one at a time while we're up here. Greg Guler is a character designer on the popular Walt Disney television series Phineas and Ferb. Greg's career path has taken him from graphic design to comic book illustration for DC Comics and First Comics. He also worked as the lead character designer on such shows as Gargoyles, Lilo and Stitch, The Adventures of Tarzan, Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Once again, Greg. Matthew, go ahead and wave. Matthew has been performing at science fiction and fantasy conventions nationwide. There he is.
It's all right. I know none of you have heard of me before.
He's been bringing high energy performances, comedy. Greg.
Greg is ordering.
All right, Greg. You've had your introduction. Connie has some questions for you.
I do, Greg. Do you want to sit in my special chair?
I will come and sit in the special chair. It's not electric, is it? I've been down that road.
I'm not Mark II, Greg. Don't be
Which
silly.
chair? This one?
Whichever one you prefer.
All right.
Okay, Greg. So I have a really good question for you so our audience can get to know you better.
Okay.
What is the most interesting superpower? Go.
The ability to ad lib.
Well, thank you, Greg. You can go back to your seat now.
All right, and I'm gone.
Thank you. Geez, Rob, who's our next guest?
Matthew is our next guest. The guy none of us have heard of, I guess. Matthew, go ahead and come on over. He's been performing at science fiction and fantasy conventions nationwide, bringing high-energy performances, comedy, and booze and sci-fi fun to the people of Earth. On stage, he takes on the role of a starship captain traveling from planet to planet and bringing his piano rock show to the locals wherever he lands. Or crashes.
Costumes are not consent, Matthew.
1,000 apologies, my dear. I'm so sorry.
Ooh. Okay, to the question. Fill in the blank. I survived zombie apocalypse because I... blank.
Believe in the Second Amendment?
Oh boy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's bring up our next guest. Oh, wait.
I recommend going
I'm
back
never
to your...
washing this head again.
The funny part is again. Go ahead, go back.
Go
Okay.
on, go on.
Let's get another guest up here. Amy Berg is a writer, producer, and geek. She's written for... Sorry. I'll sit here. You sit here. Okay. She's written for numerous television shows, including Person of Interest, Eureka, and the 4400. Amy also created the digital series Caper for YouTube's Geek and Sundry Network. Welcome. Connie, what do you got for her?
Okay, Amy, serious question. If you could have a prop from any movie, what would it be?
Well, my favorite movie is a little indie called Searching for Bobby Fischer. And so I would love the chessboard to put all my action figures on.
Woohoo! Awesome! Thank you!
Frank Parr is an accomplished animator, director, and producer, and was Greg Weisman's partner on Disney's Gargoyles. Frank. He won a Primetime Emmy for HBO's Todd McFarlane's Spawn, the animated series, and is currently working with the NFL on their children's show, NFL Rush's own Guardians United. Frank, welcome.
Okay, Frank. What food do you find terrifying?
Have you seen my picture up there? I don't find food terrifying at all.
You're a brave, brave fella.
Thank you.
Go back to your seat.
Next is Emma Bull, who is often credited with starting the urban fantasy subgenre with her novel War for the Oaks. The breadth of her work also includes short fiction and the Broader Town anthology series, space opera, historical fantasy, and near-future post-apocalyptic science fantasy. Welcome.
Is it my turn?
I've always wanted to meet you, Connie. And I also want to know, is there a salon that you go to for the Oliver polish? Because it's so Smooth.
WD-40.
Perfect. I will remember that. Thank you.
Okay, now I expect a better answer than the one I got from Matthew, okay?
Ooh.
Fill in the blank. I survived the zombie apocalypse because You have to fill it in eventually.
I survived the zombie apocalypse?
Congratulations!
I think.
Craig Weisman was co-creator, supervising producer, and supervising story editor for the first 66 episodes of Disney's Gargoyles, and wrote the Gargoyles and Gargoyles Bad Guys comics for SLG Publishing. Along with his producing, writing, and voice acting for comics and animated series, he recently published his first novel, Reign of Ghosts, and its sequel, Spirits of Ash and Foam. Wait till you hear yours. Which arrived in bookstores this past Monday. Connie, what do you have for him?
Okay, now I expect a better answer from you than Greg. Are you ready? What is the most interesting superpower?
I just want a big damn sword.
Is it a superpower sword?
No, just big.
Well, we sure expect a lot from you this con, Greg.
Marina Sirtis is best known as Star Trek The Next Generation's counselor Deanna Troi, but of course we all know she was also the voice of Demona on 27 episodes of Disney's Gargoyles, as well as the Goliath Chronicles. Marina's other work includes the voice of Queen Bee on Young Justice, Dr. Svetlana Markov in an episode of Stargate SG-1, and Persona in the live-action fan series Castlevania. That's all I've got. Come on up.
She may have just touched your head, but she kissed me.
Hang on.
Oh,
got lipstick on your head.
Oh, no, leave it. Leave it, please, leave it.
All right.
This is how I stay so shiny. Okay, I've got a very special question for you, my dear. If you could live in a Star Trek world, would you pick original series, Next Gen, or Deep Space Nine? You all want to know this answer.
Okay, this is the first stupid question of the weekend. And I'm sure there'll be many more. But this takes... Really? You want an answer to that?
Uh-huh.
Well, let me think. Original, I don't call it classic, because what does that make TNG? Diet? I don't know. TNG or Deep Sleep 9? That's better than what Jonathan calls it. Think of a film in the 70s that was banned. Got it? Got it? Do you have any more stupid questions there, Connie?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, by the way, very classy. No glass. They get a glass, I get a bottle.
That was insightful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Am I done now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Scott Lynch, let's see if you can follow that. Scott Lynch is the author of the world... Oh.
Do you want to kiss me
I'm
again?
not top... No. I'm not top of the bill. You didn't tell me I wasn't top of the bill. There's people above me Okay.
All right, our first closing act tonight. Scott Lynch is the author of the World Fantasy Award nominee, The Lies of Locke Lamora, and its sequels, Red Seas Under Red Skies and The Republic of Thieves. Hello. Based in Wisconsin, his short fiction has been published in anthologies as well as popular science. Please welcome Scott Lynch.
Ah, they're not consent. Jeez. Okay.
Sorry, I forgot that Muppetry is not consent.
I don't know where you come from.
How do I do this? Do I like hold my hand out, like stiff my palm? Am I okay?
So your question is, if you could have a prop from any movie, what would it be?
Oh dear. Okay.
And it can't be me.
We were not told. Well, I was not told anything. I didn't even know I was coming to CONvergence until yesterday. I was just kidnapped. Answer some questions, they said. Oh, I mean, hi, Allie. I mean you. Answer some questions, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
This
they said
should
nothing
be a
about.
one-word answer.
They
by
said
the
nothing
way.
about spotlights or robots. If I could have a prop from any movie, okay, there's a heist movie from 1995 called Heat with Robert De Niro and Val Kilmer.
This
And there's
is not one word anymore.
It can't be one word. There's a scene where they are ripping off gigantic bags of cash, giant
Yay!
stacks of cash.
Gigantic bags of cash is his
I
favorite
could have,
prop.
yeah, if I could have a
Yay,
prop,
go away.
a gigantic bag of cash would be my choice.
All right, thank you. Sarah Clemens' fantasy illustration work includes everything from character portraits and landscapes to her famous pair of mischief makers, Magnus and Loki. After 15 years as a medical illustrator, she began painting her own art. This card has been cut off. I can't see all the words. With a realistic approach, probably thanks to all those medical details. Oh, go ahead, have a seat. Her art has been exhibited at the Society of the Four Arts in Palm Beach, and the Armory Arts Center in West Palm Beach, as well as the Mesa Arts Center in Mesa, Arizona. Connie, what have you got for her?
Okay, you get a special question. What was the first concert you ever went to?
OMG.
Are they a band?
No. No, actually, it was my mother playing the organ because my mother was an organist.
You're all thinking what I'm thinking.
The instrument, the keyboard instrument. Okay. Yeah, I know. That's a flat answer, isn't it? Can I ask about why don't you ask me about a movie prop?
Yes. What type of movie prop do you want?
I thought about this. I want the Orgasmatron from Barbarella.
Thank you very much. One more. C. Robert Cargill spent a decade writing for Ain't It Cool News. Since then, he's become a staff writer for Film.com, Hollywood.com, and co-founded the animated movie review site Spill.com. Cargill and his screenwriting partner, director Scott Derrickson, are responsible for the movie Sinister, and he has also published novels, including Dreams and Shadows, and its sequel, Queen of the Dark. Connie, what have you got for him?
I got my first kiss on my 16th birthday.
Hey. She gets more later.
I'm only 16.
Okay. Almost legal in Texas.
Yeah. As far away from Texas as possible, honey. Okay, so fill in the blank. I survived the zombie apocalypse because... And locking lips with a gynoid doesn't count.
Because I download my porn instead of stream it. Think about it. If the zombie apocalypse happened tomorrow, would you be ready?
Thank you. Please go ahead and have a seat. Enjoy your M&Ms, your waters.
Well, that was nice. It has been simply delightful, and as much as I'd love to spend the rest of the evening keeping you wonderful guests all to myself, I think it's only fair that I share with you with the rest of conventions. So let's thank our guests and let them return to their seats. Please feel free to take your snacks and beverages with you.
Thank you.
So as they head back, let's give them one more round of applause. Call me, by the way. Okay,
Connie.
So, yes. I love our fabulous opening ceremony, but I've got to return to make 17 fabulous costumes.
I thought it was 18 now.
Why do you hate me? Okay, the minute this show is over, I expect to see you back at your post pressing pleats. For the rest of you, I'll see all of you wonderful people at my birthday party in Consuite. It's Friday at 3, okay? Okay.
Well, first of all, asking a Star Trek question was not my idea. That was all her. I told her not to do it. And that's the first time you've ever been asked a Star Trek question, right? Oh, were you in that? I'm sorry. Okay. Connie's got her costumes, and the guests obviously have goings on to get to. And we all have parties to see and panels to do, right? So let's get to it. Next up on main stage is SmackDown. Do you know what that is? Yeah? All right. And I'll see you all back here on Sunday afternoon for closing ceremony. Until then, I've been your host, Rob Callahan, and don't forget to try the veal and tip your waitstaff. Good night.